Hello and welcome back to Over 60 Gardening. I just wanted to do this video. It had popped into my head because of the recent snowstorm we went through, the so-called snowpocalypse of 2026. It's about backups, having systems or devices that you can rely on if another system or device fails. It's always a good idea to have backups. And along those lines, I was thinking that we have a freezer. Uh, because your basic refrigerator can only hold so much. Your basic refrigerator and freezer. So we have a chest freezer, and hope actually in the future to get more, especially as we come up with the summer harvest, and I'm going to need more space for freezing the vegetables that I want to freeze and so forth. But we basically we go out and we buy our meat at a discount in bulk when it's on sale, and then we come home and we process it. We might have to, like, say, if it's a whole chicken breast, we might have to cut it up. And I tend to portion out, like, say, about 8-ounce portions so that we can each have 4 ounces that go with the meal, 4 ounces of meat. And we freeze it. We freeze it so that we've got it going into the future, and we're not spending that money at that point. And especially in the wintertime, it's pretty handy because we have the frozen meat, and we have some frozen soups and stews that we do. Last year we did frozen lasagnas. Uh, so it comes in handy to have a freezer where you can store things for the future. Another thing that's good to do is canning, because you want to be able to can whatever vegetable or meat product that you want to, and use that for the future. My wife tends to do the canning, in the family. I just tend to eat it. But it's good because, especially if you've got the storage for it, where you can put it aside, and then whenever you need it, you've got it. Also, I haven't had to use it very often, knock wood, but a generator. A generator is pretty handy, because if the power goes out, you want to be able to keep your freezers and your refrigerators running, and anything else you might need, like, say, your internet connection, if that's still up anyway. So a backup generator is good, and it doesn't have to be like huge, just enough to power like the main things that you need. I think the one I've got is like I want to say 6,000 watts or whatever. And something that I want to look into for the future for here is also solar. Um, we get a fair amount of sunlight in some parts of the property, and I thought, a few solar panels and a battery backup, that would be handy also, because then we wouldn't necessarily have to run the generator, maybe to charge the batteries at some point, but we could probably, like, just go off the solar panels for what we would need initially. And solar is a good idea to have a backup for. And this is the first time that that in a long time that we've only basically had one vehicle. But it's always good to have at least 2 vehicles, maybe more depending on what your needs are. But if you've got one that needs to go into the shop or whatever, then you've got the other one to fall back on, and you can do it that way. Or maybe like my wife might have to go do something, so she has a vehicle. She could go out and do, like, whatever she has to do, and then I have a vehicle where I could go out and I could do whatever I have to do. So at least 2 vehicles, maybe more. And then also last year I got a rain barrel to collect the rainwater. I want to have a larger system, so I'll probably get more rain barrels. And at some point when I actually walk around the property, which is hard now because it's covered in snow, but to do to collect the rain and use that in the gardening. And hopefully I'm going to add some more rain barrels. We do get a pretty good rainfall, I think, and the one rain barrel, which is 50 gallons, fills up pretty fast. So if I have more, well, then I'm going to be able to, to use that for the gardening. And it's good to have a backup rain barrel because, I mean, we get village water now, but you never really know. You never really know what's going to happen, if they're going to charge more for the water, and you certainly don't want to be like spraying the expensive water on your vegetables. Or sometimes in a drought, a drought condition, they'll ban it. So anyway, so I thought I'd just do this video and just point out a few things that I'm using, or I will be using as a backup going forward in the future. And I just figured it would be good to let you folks know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day.